Let's start. Hi, folks. Can online audience confirm if they can see the video and audio? They are not audible at least.
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you as well.
Okay. Can you change the speaker mode is this, right? Can you check? It's BY something. The mic mode. It's default. Should I do the BY? Yes. Yes, yes. Done.
Can't hear you.
Final test. Final testing. I hope my audio is visible and so is the video.
Yes. Yes.
Shall we close the door? Hello. Hi. Let's start now. All right, folks, let's start the session with a huge round of clapping. My name is Ankita, and I welcome all of you to the 520th meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome, dear guest. So just as an individual likes to grow in their life and achieve a mission, Toastmaster International has a collective mission to provide supporting and positive environment for individuals to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in self-confidence and personal growth. To ensure the smooth execution of meetings, we have 4 rules. First, let's just take 30 seconds to switch off or silent our phones. Second, please don't try to talk in any derogatory fashion. Third, please don't cross talk. In case of an emergency, please wait for the speaker to finish before moving out or moving in. For the online audience, please switch off your audio and video in case you are stepping out to avoid distraction. And fourth, by being present here in this meeting, we are all giving consent for the meeting to be streamed online in the official YouTube channel. So with the rules and mission in mind and room full of energy and vibrance, I now hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Anurag.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and my dear friends. Welcome to all of you to yet another exciting Toastmaster International meeting. I'm Anurag Singh, and I am privileged to play the role of presiding officer today. Thanks for that. To all my Toastmasters, thanks for bringing this energy, this warmth, and this inspiration to all of us. Every week when we are conducting some meeting, it takes us to next step, and that shows the progression. And to all our guests, a special welcome to you all as well. You are not going to observe just a meeting today. You are going to witness a room full of people where they are transforming their fear into confidence and their hesitation into leadership. We all are delighted to have you here with us. So I'm seeing a lot of guests here. So can you see any online guests here? Yeah, Pavin. So, Pavin, I will appreciate if you come on the virtual screen. Can you switch on your camera? And just have a quick round of introduction about a little bit about your professional life and what brought you here. You're on mute, Pavin.
Yeah, now I am on mute mode.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me introduce myself. This is Praveen Nehra. I belong to Rohtak. Regarding my profession, I am a mechanical engineer. Right now, I reside in Gurugram, and in coming days, I will join your session offline.
Okay, thank you, Pavin.
Hello, it's over, sir.
Yes, please go ahead. Okay, that's fine. So we have any audience, any guest here physically? Yeah. Yes, let's start. Your name? Shivansh. Shivansh, can you come on the stage and have a brief?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shivan Srivastav, and I was a part of a Toastmasters club for around 2 years back during my college days. So I'm quite familiar with the setup and all. I am looking to join now after a brief break of around 1 year. I'm now looking to maybe join again a club. So this is one of the potential clubs that I've looked into, and I hope to have an enjoyable time here. And I hope maybe in future I might join.
Yeah, thank you. Have a seat. Toastmasters is one place. Even if you live somewhere in between due to some personal commitments, something is there that brings you back here. Are you missing something that you achieved is little bit deepening now, so you want it to again to achieve that level. Now I would like to call on stage our next guest on this. Please come in. Your name? Raghav. Guest Raghav.
Hi, my name is Raghav Agrawal. I'm working in consulting industry since last 5 years. So now I've joined this Toastmasters club. This is my second meeting with this club, and I'm joining this club in a hope of improving my communication skills and looking forward to like learn and grow with everyone together. Yeah.
I'm hoping we would be able to fulfill your hopes. Any more guests here today?
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's difficult to come over here, but this is a first trick to bring the guest over the stage. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Yudhan Anand, and this is my second meeting as a guest over here, and I'm looking forward to joining and becoming a member soon. So a little bit about my background. I'm also in the consulting industry. I work for Bain Capability Network, and I've been working since the past 4 years. So looking forward to this meeting. Thank you all.
Now I would like to call on. Yes, gentlemen.
Yeah, she is wrong.
Okay, I would like to welcome the new guest who has turned into a Toastmaster Rupa. So please give him a big hand of applause. Now I would like to call on stage the team out of the day, who is bringing some beautiful theme, the art that belongs to all of us. I am hopeful it is going to be most excitement-full and resonating session with all of us. Over to you, team out of the day.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Anurag, for setting the tone so high for the Presiding Officer role. So let's give him a big round of applause. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so today's theme is Hobby O'Clock. I tried to keep it very light, but I did not know that we will have a house full today. So I'm getting a bit nervous, but let's keep the energy high today. Okay, so we have all heard of 10 o'clock as work time, 8 o'clock as wake up time, 2 o'clock as lunch time, and 11:30 as Toastmasters meeting time. But today we are declaring a new time. That is hobby o'clock. A time that entirely belongs to you. A time when you do what makes you feel most alive. A time when you lose track of time and feel pure joy. That is hobby o'clock. Now, before we dive deeper into the theme, a quick show of hands. How many of you are coffee lovers here? Okay, online audience. Okay, Avni is also a coffee lover. For those of you who are not, I'm assuming Pritish, Himanshu, yeah. For those of you who are not, let me tell you, you're honestly living a better life. A few months ago, I was working from home. I had a long, draining work day. And for those of you who have a hybrid work mode setup, you understand how challenging it is to stay productive when you work from home. So what I usually do is I change my environment and go to a nearby coffee shop. So that evening around 4 p.m., I headed to a nearby coffee shop. And usually I order a coffee with a single espresso shot. But that day I thought I had a long day and I need to wrap up a lot of work. So let's go for a double espresso shot coffee. Little did I know that one decision will turn my world upside down. For next few hours, I was unstoppable. My brain was braining. Ideas were flowing like I was about to build $1 million company. But then suddenly, I felt anxious. My heart was racing. I was restless. And suddenly, I wasn't productive anymore. I was overwhelmed. That one decision of ordering a double espresso coffee shot has cost me like anything, cost me my peace of mind. So I rushed back home like I needed to physically escape my own brain and I needed to calm my mind. Can you guess what I did to calm my mind? Any random guess?
You can't sleep on double espresso.
Of course.
You can't sleep on double espresso.
Very close, very close. So I ordered an adult coloring book. An adult coloring book and some sketch pens. For next few hours, I was just lost in coloring mandalas, little forest scenes. And suddenly I realized I used to enjoy painting as a kid. I used to do my sister's art homework, but then life happened, and in the journey of becoming a strong, independent woman, figuring out rent, taxes, LinkedIn updates, I never picked up painting again. It took a double espresso shot and a heart race, full racing to realize that I enjoy painting. And apparently, adult coloring book market is now a $1 billion industry. And I think stressed out adults like me need somewhere to land, right? So I'm sure something similar must have happened to you as well. A moment where you randomly picked up something you loved and realized that that brought joy to you. The lifelong pursuit. Anyone wants to share the experience? Any hobby, it could be painting, creative writing, an instrument that you picked up after so many years. Okay, yeah, Vivanshu.
For me, it's about playing the chess because when I come from office and I want to have relax, so I just start playing chess. So it gives me relaxation and I feel good.
That's amazing. What about you, Harsh?
I will keep it brief. For me, it was swimming. It really helped me calm my mind. Whenever I was swimming, I could not hear a word. Like the world was complete silent. So yeah.
I totally agree with you. When you swim, you don't have any thoughts in your head.
For me, it is dancing. When I'm dancing, I completely enjoy myself and I'm very stress free.
That's amazing to know.
A similar experience regarding the painting I want to share. So actually what happened, one of my friend, she ordered this painting. We were sitting in a cafe, she brought all this setup and she was doing that. I told, what are you doing? So she mentioned some price, I ordered this and I want to do this. I told her, why are you wasting your money? What is this? But after that time, after some time, she gave me a brush. I was also getting bored, so she gave me a brush and she asked me to do the same. I started filling, you won't believe, after 4-5 months, I was also completely engrossed in that painting. So yes, you are right. You become conscious when you're doing so.
Yeah,
The similar
that's
kind of experience I had.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Online audience. Avni, Parveen, if you can turn on your camera, it would be great. Let's keep it engaging.
Hi, so yeah, I just want to share my hobby, which am still able to retain, is solving puzzles. I want some application of mind at any point in time, and I do it even at my night duty with my baby. And I think I just want to mention one thing, Rashmi, that you really talked about habit o'clock. I actually got cognizant of this in the COVID times when I actually thought of what all are my hobbies. I've forgotten all those hobbies, and then I had to, even I started that adult coloring book just for because just think I thought it's a very good time consuming. I mean, it just refreshes your mind. You start with a blank canvas. So I think COVID really brought back a lot of my hobbies, which I was kind of pushing it under the carpet. So thank you for this theme as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avni, for sharing your little piece of yours. And thank God I'm not the only one who was into adult coloring book. But anyway, so this whole feeling is what is about today's meeting. We're going to talk about our hobbies. If anything comes to your mind, that's great. If nothing comes to your mind, that's even better. Because we are going to rediscover our hobbies as adults. All right, so with that, for the benefit of the guest, I would like to explain the meeting structure of a typical Toastmasters meeting. So it's divided into 3 sections. First is the prepared speech section, where speakers present their speeches that they have already prepared and practiced in advance. And today we have 3 amazing speakers with us. So next section is the unprepared section, which is known as the table topic section, where we hone our impromptu speaking skills. So that will be led by Toastmaster of the Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Stuti. And third is the evaluation section, where we will grow and will get constructive feedback from our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kashish. With that, I would like to invite our general evaluator to the stage. A bit about him. Okay, so General Evaluator Toastmaster Kashish is working with Macquarie as a platform executive where he helps improve procurement process. He's passionate about learning, communication, and continuous growth. And when I asked him about his hobby, he says, I enjoy watching movies and series as it helps me relax and explore different stories and perspectives. So please join me in welcoming General Evaluator Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for setting up the tone so engaging that everyone was participating. It's good to see such a participation. And good morning, first of all, good morning, everyone. Today, I want you to remember that principal who used to barge in the class to evaluate everything, to notice what is going in the class, right? Consider me as a principal today. I've come here as a general evaluator in which I will notice everything which is happening throughout the meeting, and I will notice good thing and the bad thing which happened, not bad thing which needs improvement, and I'll share my report when I'm called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. And nothing can be done alone, so I have my tech team with me, and start with, we have a timer, Toastmaster Vimanshu, who I now invite to the stage to introduce his role. Toastmaster Vimanshu.
Thank God it's Saturday morning and we are here to learn and grow. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I will be the timer for today's meeting. Just as Virat Kohli doesn't score 100 by wasting balls, so here in Toastmaster or every good speaker, they value the time. And I'm here to help you out to value the time and to respect each other's time. I will make sure that we are concluding the meeting on time. And as we know, like this meeting is divided into 3 sections: prepared speech, table topic, and speech evaluation. So for prepared speech, I'll tell you the time. So it would be for 5 to 7 minutes. When I'm showing you the green card, that means you have completed minimum amount of your time of your speech. When I'm showing you the yellow card, that means you are about to finish your speech. And when I'm showing you the red card, that means you have to finish your speech. So for prepared speech, I'll show you the green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Also, you'll be getting 30 seconds of grace period so that you can conclude your speech. The second section, table topic. For table topics, the time duration is 2 minutes to 3 minutes. 1 to 2. Sorry, 1 to 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes. So when I'm showing you the green card, it will be at 1 minute. 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll show you the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll show you this red card. And you have to conclude your speech within this time. You will be getting 30 seconds of grace period in this section as well. The third section will be speech evaluation. For the speech evaluation, the time duration is 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I'll show you this green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show you this yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show you this red card. Again, here as well, you will be getting 30 seconds of grace period. And I will be making notes for this. I will make sure that I'll show you my report by the end of this meeting. And till then, I'll say best of luck, all of you, and do your best and rock it. Thank you. What are the questions?
Thank you, Toastmaster Vimanshu, for such a detailed explanation of your role. For the second role of grammarian, we have Toastmaster Veera, who is taking the role for the first time. So welcome him with a huge round of applause and show your support.
Good morning, all. I'm Toastmaster Veera, and good morning to all of our fellow Toastmasters. So today, my role is a grammarian role. This role is all about if Kashish bro is a principal, I will be an English teacher for you. So I will be observing all of your wordings and choice of words, vocabulary, everything. So today, with a set of, I got 2 words. Just a moment. Yeah. So the word of the day is pursuit. Pursuit is a kind of activity that is regularly enjoyment and growth. It's an activity to achieve something. That is a pursuit. And the usage of the word is example. I would say that gardening has become a peaceful pursuit for me and after work. Okay. So that is next idiom. This is the learn the ropes to understand how something works. For example, I would say when I joined the Toastmaster Club, it took time to learn the ropes. So this is the idiom of the day. So I encourage everyone to use this idiom and words during this course of time. And at the end of the session, I will be evaluating all of you, and I will give you the report and who. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veera. And I would request everyone to show the thumbs up whenever the idiom of the day and the word of the day is used. And for the third role now, which is for a counter, we have Toastmaster Karthike from DTM Group. Please come on stage and explain your role, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Filler words are the biggest roadblocks to a successful speech. Words like you know, and so, and abrupt pauses. While filler words can be avoided over a period of time with the help of practice, carefully listening to evaluations and a few techniques that I will present you along with my report. The other thing that I will be doing is I'll be noting the use of filler words, and I will categorize the speakers into 3 categories. Learners who will, the pro category, speakers who use less than 5 filler words. Semi-pro category, that is the speakers who use 5 to 10 filler words. And a learner category, which is the speakers who use more than 10 filler words. But don't worry, these are just to make you aware of the number of filler words that you are using. And also, we will be giving you techniques to improve the filler words. A very small, I would say, not a takeaway, but at the start of the meeting, suggestion from my side would be to use pauses rather than using filler words. So don't rush your speech. Use pauses where necessary. And yeah, I will meet you at the end of the meeting with my report. Thank you so much. All the best to all of you, and back to the gym event.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthikeyan. It was such a detailed explanation of the role. Now, with the roles being set and the roles being explained, I will hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the detailed explanation of your role and introducing your tag team. I am confident that your constructive feedback will help us learn the ropes of public speaking. All right, so with that, let's move on to the theme. We all know that hobbies are more than entertainment and fun. Do you agree?
I agree.
How many of you agree with that? What's the reason? How do they help us beyond entertainment?
I think after a hectic day, hobbies help you come back to yourself. They bring you back to a calmer nervous system, which is very important point of your life.
It helps us connect deeper with our soul.
I think it helps you find that glimmer of joy in the day, right? You have a sad day working and maybe dealing with difficult people. You come back, you do your art or your swimming, and then you feel that glimmer of joy.
I think it also gives us strength to focus on other things in life, because when we are focusing on what we love, we have more strength to do other things better.
That means it's like a cross training for your work or other practice. That's amazing.
I think it helps you develop your personality because at the end of the day, a human being is more than just his work.
Yeah.
So that is one aspect I believe hobbies help you with.
Yes, we are beyond our work. I know, excuse me, I have a bad throat. Yeah, Toastmaster Pratish. I know you'll say something against the topic, but I'm ready to hear that.
It helps you to, it helps men to make girlfriends because the girl usually asks, what is your hobby?
So you mean making love? Okay.
He's saying you have to have intellectual hobbies to impress girls.
No,
That's what he said.
no, he's not saying that, because when I asked him what's his hobby, I will reveal that when when I'll tell his introduction. But anyway, Avni, Darshan, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think hobbies really make us feel alive, and I think this is something that we choose not out of obligation, but just because it brings us joy and we feel relaxed.
Yeah, that's totally true. There is no pressure on us to be good at something because we are not expecting anything out of our hobby. But do you know, surprisingly, research says that the percentage of adults actively pursuing hobby weekly in India is very lower compared to many countries. I took the data for 4 countries: Germany, Australia, USA, and India. Which country is on the top?
Australia.
Germany, Australia, USA, India.
Australia.
It's Germany, which is 78%. That means 78% of the adults are actively pursuing their hobbies weekly. Then it's Australia, 76%. Third is, of course, US, 72%. Any guesses what's the number for India?
28.
10%.
It's less than 10%.
No,
22.3.
can you please explain what's 22.3?
23.
Okay, so it's 32%. It's only 32%, but you guys were close. And why does it happen? Why it's only 32%? I understand we have a huge population, but we Indians have been taught to work for long hours, to focus on our careers, make that priority. But surprisingly, research also says that people with hobbies perform better at work. As Vibhanshu mentioned, that when you pursue something that you love, when you pursue something that you love, that defines you beyond your work, then it brings A game energy, your best energy to your work when you pursue your hobbies. It's like whatever you do off time prepares you for your on time. And just like hobbies, our prepared speeches and public speaking, when we pursue something, then growth takes time. It takes consistency, practice, preparation, and that brings us perfectly to the first section of the meeting, that is the prepared speech section. And all the three speakers have invested their time and effort to prepare their speeches, and they will present in front of us today. So with that, I would like to invite the first speaker. But before I invite our first speaker, Toastmaster Harsh, I would like to invite his evaluator, who is Toastmaster Avni, to share the objectives and project details of Toastmaster Harsh's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Avni. First
Thank
of all,
you.
let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. So today I have the privilege of being the evaluator for Toastmaster Harsh, who is on his pursuit of championing the presentation mastery path, level 2, project 1, where he's working towards understanding and discovering his unique communication style. As his evaluator, I'll be observing how effectively he connects with the audience, express his ideas, and use his speaking style to bring the message to life. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Toastmaster Harsh. All the very best, Toastmaster Harsh. Rock the stage as you always do.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Avni. Now let's invite our first speaker, Toastmaster Harsh. A bit about him. So he's from West Bengal. He likes exploring life, and he's an analyst at American Express. And his hobby is his hobbies are playing badminton and one more hobby. I think we all know.
Sleeping.
Swimming.
Sleeping.
Toastmaster.
Yes, watching movies. So let's welcome Toastmaster Harsh to the stage. Toastmaster Harsh, Stranger Things, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you. When we enter in a room full of strangers, why do we feel nervous? That uncomfortable tension, that invisible unfamiliarity. In that moment, they do not feel like normal human beings. They feel like monsters who is ready to eat you alive if you make a single mistake with extra salt and pepper. Hello, Toastmasters and dear guests. This overwhelming feeling with strangers is what I like to call stranger things. Now, let me tell you a story. April 2025, just 1 year ago, I was really sad. Why? Because my friends ditched me for a trip to a very beautiful place in UK, Uttarakhand. I was sad, but then I decided I'm not dependent on anyone for a trip. I'm a strong, independent person. I'm going to go by my own. I booked a trip from a travel planning company, and they told me to reach ISBT Kashmiri Gate at 9 p.m. sharp. And to those who know me, I, sticking to my punctuality, I reached there at 9:20, 20 minutes late. And when I entered that 20-seated traveler, 18 strangers were looking at me, staring at me. Because of me, they had to wait for 20 minutes. And in that moment, that sudden bombardment of unfamiliar eyes, my heart started to pace fast. My arms are sweaty. And I'm thinking, Harsh, you're already alone. And this is the first impression you're giving. Damn it. I sat down. For the first couple of hours, it was just me pretending to be busy on my phone scrolling. And those who knew each other, they were chit-chatting in their groups. And I was already regretting, why did I even come to this trip? But things started to change when the trip captain stepped in. Hey guys, what's up? Let's know each other. You have to introduce yourself, and here's the format. Your name, where are you from? so that we can stereotype you. Third, what do you do to earn enough to afford this trip? Nice. When my turn came, I stood up. Captain, first of all, thanks a lot for such a crazy template. My name is Harsh. I'm from West Bengal. That does not mean I eat fish every day. And I'm grinding at Deloitte so that I can eat whatever I can and travel wherever I can. And the traveler was full of laughter. And silently, I let out a quiet sigh of relief that finally I was able to repaint my impression from an annoying late guy to a funny, chill kind of one. And this session turned out to be the perfect icebreaker. Moments ago, we were just strangers. Now there were engineers, doctors, lawyers, and whatnot. We were calling each other by their names, not excuse me. We were sharing chips. We were singing songs together. We were enjoying the trip together as one group. And by the time we reached our destination, it felt like we were already good friends. That night, as I'm a late sleeper, I was sitting in front of the campfire, alone. Everyone else was asleep, holding the most aesthetic combination of coffee and Maggie. And as there was no network, I just had my thoughts for company. And it has often happened that solitude brings me clarity. I realized, Harsh, this walking into a room full of strangers, this uncomfortable tension, this is not new. This has been happening since a long time. Let me explain. Remember the first day of your school when you were put by your parents into a room full of mischievous little strangers? For me, I felt like everything was a potential threat. I thought my parents abandoned me because I was eating too many chocolates. But let me tell you, those are the same strangers who slowly became your friends, with whom you shared your tiffins and homeworks, with whom you played pen fighting during the recess, and slowly you grow up together. Fast forward to your college, the first day of your college. Remember you walking in the campus with a luggage. How did you feel? It was stranger things. Why? Because for me, when I entered that college, I felt everything overwhelming. I felt everyone was smarter than me, sophisticated and ambitious. But let me tell you, those were the same strangers who became my go-to buddy in every night outs. They became my partners in every shades of my college life. A couple of years later, one of my friend, Tarun, dragged me to some random club's random meeting. I went inside, and there they were doing some weird activity, which they used to call table topics. And when in front of so many strangers having 100 times more better soft skills than me, I was given a table topic. I felt nothing but stranger things. And let me tell you, those are the same intimidating strangers who have become my Saturday family, with whom first I will spend 2 hours of productive meeting, then they will roast my fashion and accent, and then they will grab lunch with me. With this retrospect of my own life, I have realized that this pattern has repeated again and again. Let me tell you, there are people you haven't even met yet, but they will be present in the most important days of your life, your wedding, your birthday, your first date office, or sometimes random place randomly. But they are already on their way towards you, completely unaware of you, and same happens with you. And that should be a reason for excitement. So, next time when you enter into a room full of strangers, here is what I want you to do. Just hold on, take a deep breath, pause, and realize they are not just strangers. They are your potential friends. They are your potential clients, even life partner if universe is cooking something. Don't let stranger things intimidate you. Embrace every strangers with warmth and confidence. Over to you, Postmaster of the Day.
What an engaging and humorous speech, Toastmaster Harsh. Let's take 1 minute to give evaluation, to give feedback to Toastmaster Harsh. Guest, you can write it on the guest group. or you can write a little note to Toastmaster Harsh. If you want to write it on a WhatsApp group, it's totally up to you. Toastmaster Harsh, your speech reminded me of the first day of my Toastmasters meeting when I gave the table topic speech, and I was feeling the same, the room full of strangers. I was anxious and nervous. But I'm so glad that this Toastmasters family is helping me learn the ropes of public speaking and giving me this vibrant, supportive community. Timer, please let me know. You're not timing. Now it's time to invite the second evaluator on the stage. Toastmaster Anil, you are the second speech evaluator. Okay, so let's invite, before I invite the speaker number 2, let's invite the evaluator of Dharya's speech, who is Toastmaster Anil. Please explain the objectives and roles.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, so good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so Dhar is going to give his ice-breaking speech. So I think let's all give a huge round of applause to him, please. So by profession, Dhar is a consultant and he loves reading and he loves traveling. As an evaluator, I will evaluate his speech in terms of body language and speech context. So all the very best for your first speech, Dhar, and we hope a great speech from you. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. Let's give a huge applause to Toastmaster Dharya. Toastmaster Dharya, figuring out Toastmaster Dharya.
So, what is the ideal way to live life? Is it traveling more? Is it spending time serving society? Or is it delaying gratification, sacrificing today for a better tomorrow? I don't have the perfect answer, but I'd like to share what I have figured out so far. I had a great time at school. I had so much fun with my friends, studied a lot, and broke some rules along the way. One of the best experiences is from class 12th when I got a chance to attend a 15-day mountaineering course in Uttarkashi. There, I got introduced to trekking, mountaineering, camping, and a lot of details about mountaineering as a subject. There were days when I had to trek 15 kilometers a day with a 15 kg rucksack on my back. And how many of you have done rappelling in Manali maybe? So you wear a harness, there's some guy at the back and at below as well, right? I was taught how to rappel with just a rope facing down and no harness, as if rappelling itself is not adventurous enough. I even was taught how to cross a river just by walking through the river. Like what happened to someone pulling you from the other end and you just enjoying the experience? At night, the group, we sat together listening to horror stories at campsites deep inside mountain valleys where there was not a single soul around, at least none that we could see. Despite the struggle and occasional fear, those were one of the most memorable 15 days of my life. And that phase helped me find the adrenaline junkie in me. Sounds fun, right? But then came college and things changed. I barely interacted with anyone. I did not study at all, thinking college exams are useless. I did not enjoy either because I was too busy worrying about the future and making sense of life. There were days when I just lay down in my bed and didn't do nothing. But that phase taught me something important. One day, a thought hit me. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Whatever that is bothering me,
that would only change if I do something about it. So I made a commitment to myself that I'll start reading more and practice yoga. Over time, these two things became my anchor. It has been 7 years since I graduated. And even now, whenever I face a tough situation, I recall and go back to my experience and pause, reflect, go for a walk, do a yoga session, read about the problem that I'm facing. Coming back to the original question, what is the ideal way to live life? What I figured out for me, living life is about choosing discomfort and finding balance. Finding balance by spending money but still saving, traveling a lot but also building a routine. Discomfort by doing things that are scary. For example, choosing to join Toastmasters. I found my love for mountains when I was struggling through that trek in Uttarkashi. I found the courage to do it when I least expected it. I found that I love working out at a phase in my life when I did not even want to move. So, what I've realized is toughest phases in life teach you the most. And what yoga has taught me is there is nothing to be figured out. Just stay still, do what you can with the best of your ability. And at some point in time, you will reach a place you did not even think that you could reach. So maybe that is what life is about. Not having all the answers, but still showing up and finding a balance that works for you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dharya, for such an inspiring speech. I can feel the shift in the energy in the room. And you're right, nothing changes when nothing changes, and we are standing still, going through the process, learning public speaking, even if we are damn nervous from the inside. All right, let's give a quick feedback to Toastmaster Dharya for such an amazing and inspiring speech. Timer, please note the time. You added in the WhatsApp group. Yes, ma'am. All right, now let's invite the third speaker on the stage. I hope the third speaker is ready. Okay, so before I invite the speaker number third on the stage, I would like to invite his evaluator, who is Toastmaster Darshan. Toastmaster Darshan, could you please explain the objectives and project of Toastmaster British speech? Over to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. So the third speaker for today is Toastmaster Pritish, and he'll be giving the speech from the pathway persuasive influence. The level is 1, project is 4, and the objective of the speech is as follows. It is to understand the body language, vocal variety, and confidence. The speaker will going to deliver a speech using the vocal variety, body language, and has to enhance the speech to a great level. I wish the speaker all the very best, and my reports will be in the evaluation segment. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. Now let's invite the third speaker on the stage. The third speaker is a lawyer by profession, and when I asked him about his hobbies, he just said one single word, that is romance. And I was confused. Is it rom-com movies? Is it romance novels? Or is it making love? I think Toastmaster Pritish would be able to tell this better. So let's give him a big round of applause. Okay. Toastmaster Pradesh, was it love or money? Was it love or money, Toastmaster Pradesh?
Food stuff. I would require on stage. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, that's it. You need this one. You need this one.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Sure.
Getting a little nervous.
Can I start time?
Yeah, I would trouble you. I'll go beyond us. Yeah. Dad, I'm going for a date. Who is it, son? It's Chandramukhi. Is it Madhuri Dixit, my first crush? No, Dad, relax. She was my first crush in class third when I was 8 years old. Let's see, it's a last date with her. Maybe we can figure out if it is marriage or something. Congratulations, best of luck, move ahead. Thanks, Dad. You're looking like an idiot. Just shave your beard. Sure. Sure. Mirror. More, more, ya more. More, more, ya more. More, more, ya more. दिल में मेरे है दर्द डिस्को दर्द डिस्को in my heart I have दर्द डिस्को रूप तेरा सोना सोना सोनी तेरी पायल से शावा शावा waiter. Yes sir, what will you have? Let me see the menu. What kind of nervous? Write down the stupid menu you have. One single malt whiskey, one glass of wine, and what is there to eat? One avocado toast, which my girlfriend likes. Last thing, don't forget a candle. Sure, sir. Before she comes, let me apply deodorant. We had time. Where's the damn candle? So we have incense sticks. What the hell is this, brother? You want to spoil my date or what? What will I do with the incense stick? So you're going for a date? See your face. I'll show you when the time comes, brother. There she comes. Please. Let me order something more. Yeah, baby, I'm listening to you. Just be quiet for. I'm listening. One chicken momos. I don't know what will I do with wine and all that, but chicken momos. Yes. Looking amazing. Eh? Why were you not looking like this in class third? Looking amazing. There's a conversation between myself and hypothetical girlfriend. Pritish, I want to say something. Well, tell me the 3 words. Well, I don't know how your day will be, but it's something astonishing. What it is. My father wants me to get married to someone else. Who? I won't name him, but he earns more money than you. What do you mean? He just earns more money and he's more capable in life. Well, am I not? Well, I don't know, but let's end breakup. We need to think about that. Was it all about money? I see now. So lower your voice. Lower your voice. It's a decent response. Was it about money? I see now. But I thought love was unconditional. I never knew the spelling of money when I saw you for the first time in class third. This is not done at all. And who is this guy not telling me the name as well? Well, if that is so, then it's just about, I see now, I see clearly. It was just about bargaining. You saw money and the heart was taken aside. It was purely conditional. I see only bargaining there. It was not about love at all. I don't know what your father thinks, but seeing the elderly age, I have to respect him. But move on. Like it's life is about, as he just told, it's not about figuring out. We need to move on. Please leave. How was the date, brother? That it it was like pathetic. I have a sad news. We just broke up. I was just toss of a coin. You take the coin and you flush it off. It was all about money. No worries, brother. Next girl. Life is not ending. Move on. To calm you down, I have some poem by Valmiki. I'll recite it I never knew English at that time, but now I know I'll translate it. Dad, go ahead. It will correlate with your current situation. चूल्हा मिट्टी का, मिट्टी तालाब की, तालाब ठाकुर का। भूख रोटी की, रोटी बाजरे की, बाजरा खेत का, खेत ठाकुर का। बल ठाकुर का, हल ठाकुर का, हल पे हथेली अपनी, फसल ठाकुर। कुआं ठाकुर का, रोड ये गली ठाकुर की, खेत ठाकुर का, हमारा क्या? I'll now translate as in Toastmaster we need to. Scope of sand, sand of well, well of Thakur. Hunger of chapati, chapati of bajra, bajra of farm, farm of Thakur. Bullock of Thakur, cart of Thakur, hands on the cart of mine, crop is of Thakur. Well of Thakur, water of Thakur, farm of Thakur, what is ours? Nothing. Thank you.
Thakur is so rich. As a Thakur looks so rich.
I am definitely speechless after hearing Toastmaster Pratish's speech. It was full of drama, emotions, humor. Felt like I'm watching a live short film. Let's give him a big round of applause. Now I can agree that your hobby can be romance. But let's give him a feedback on the WhatsApp group. We'll take break of 5 minutes and we'll resume at 12:40. Online audience, we are taking a break of 5 minutes. Darshan is asking, what's your pathway?
Persuasive influence.
Darshan, it's persuasive influence. Hi everyone, we'll resume the meeting now.
Please share high so
Thank you everyone, and what an amazing speech by Toastmaster British, and of course other two speakers as well. Is it fine? You want me to share it then?
If the meeting does not get disturbed, then if it is getting disturbed, then please.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Mhm.
You can open
It is lack of ventilation actually, so.
All three speakers have definitely set the bar so high for all of us. Okay, so before we jump to the second section of the meeting, that is table topic section, let's come back to the theme. And now we will be discussing about how we can rediscover a hobby as an adult. But what's the common problem that we have when it comes to rediscovering something, starting something new? Or if we are already doing it, I know that someone is dancing or maybe solo traveling, backpacking. Why is it so hard to stay consistent? Procrastination.
Means there's so much of it.
Reads.
Distraction.
Not
Life.
like.
I think fear of judgment.
I think priorities.
I think it's not the lack of time or work pressure. We all have time, or maybe take out time. What you were saying, Himanshu?
Fear of judgment.
Fear of judgment, I think, is somewhere close to my experience.
One last priority.
Fresh.
Maybe we do not like that task.
We're talking about the hobbies, right?
We are talking about why is it so difficult to start a new hobby as an adult? In our childhood, it was very effortless, but in adult life, it's very difficult. If we have to pick up an instrument, we just play it for a day or two, or maybe a month, and then leave it. Why?
Maybe there are a lot of pressure to go with the trend that we actually do not realize what we actually wanted to pursue. So maybe this is yeah.
I think for me, what I have realized that it's not the lack of time, it's really lack of time. It is fear of judgment for sure. And it is the fear of being a beginner and terrible at it. That discomfort of being a beginner and terrible, that has happened with me. But if you are saying that, it's the social pressure, what people around you think of you, any experience that you have had. Yes, Anurag.
Yeah, I have a control on this. I think it's a good thing if you are not sticking to particular things because we don't know what's our real passion is, where it will lie. If you study something and you are realizing it's not resonating with you, it's not switching to something else, you are trying different. In this way, you will be able to figure out where you are able to actually sticking around. So it will be a sort of discovery about yourself, where your passion lies and how you can move forward. That's my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, we all are discussing the things. We don't have a perfect answer to it. You say that it's very difficult to stick to a hobby, or maybe you want to explore multiple things. That's why we keep on hopping, right? But then why it is so difficult to stay consistent?
Consistency is the rarest of consistency is the rarest trait in someone to find.
Rarest trait.
Yeah.
Rarest trait.
Mhm.
I think it's
Because-
priorities. We don't prioritize our hobbies.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we crave for novelty, and to be consistent, you need to get comfortable being bored. And being bored is a tough thing to do.
Being bored, being terrible, accepting, not putting so much pressure on ourselves to be good at it. Anyone wants to share their experience if they have overcome it so we all can learn from it?
For me, it's procrastination. I used to punt it that, hey, I'll do my painting over the weekend. And then when the weekend comes, we are going on to watching the movies, and there's absolutely no time left. So for me, what's helped is just block a time, let's say on a weekday or a weekend, and just stick to it. You do whatever you want to do, but just do that mindfully in that.
Yeah, prioritizing our hobby, creating our own hobby of cloth. Yes.
One thing we can do at any stage of our life, it is a big transition. Is if we can, the earlier we can do it, it's better. But even we can even do it later in our life. Is to mix our profession with our passion. It is not easy. It's not as easy, but trust me, in today's time, there are options and there are pathways to mix your profession with your passion. Correct counseling or in fact education awareness can help. So that is a solution I can give for myself.
Mix profession and business.
And your passion, your interest with your hobby with your profession. That's tough not to crack, but that can be.
Okay. I have a counter thought on this. Then who we are outside our work.
If your work is something you enjoy, no day of your life will feel like work. It's easy. It's not that easy to crack. Trust me, but yeah, it is possible.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Point to you.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard this a lot that if you're doing what you love, you won't feel a day's work or something like that.
Yeah.
I just the same. Like you're still working. The reason why you like that hobby, that passion, was because it was just something to you. You didn't have deadlines regarding that. You didn't have, like for example, if someone is now professionally pursuing, let's say, a music role or something like that. Now he has to have aspirations regarding that. They have to have a certain goal they have to achieve. Earlier, it was just something he was doing in his room.
Yeah, but if Arijit Singh has to do accountancy, he'd prefer singing to that.
Ajit Singh got burned out, no?
Yeah.
Harsh wants to add
Definitely,
something.
yeah. You're right. That's right.
Okay. So I
I
think we
want
all
to
have
add
our own
something.
perspectives. Yes, Toastmaster Avni.
Yeah, I just want to add something here, and this is something I was reflecting when I heard your speech, Toastmaster Rashmi, on cheetah. I think we are somewhere also conditioned by society that if we are doing something as a hobby and if it is not productive or it's not paying your bills, we are not okay to have fun. So I believe that is really a thing why we do not prioritize that, just like people in Germany might do, right? They prioritize hobbies as much in parallel to the work because they feel it's an overall all around personality development or calmness is also important. Mental health is also important. I think we're somewhere, especially in India, I feel we are all conditioned that ways that we only have to do something which is going to secure our future. I think somewhere we're also in that midst of, not pursuing it so diligently the way we should.
That is absolutely right. I think I totally agree to it. And when I delivered the speech conditioning about conditioning, so I gave that thought that, I left skating because I was conditioned to pursue my career and give it the 100% priority. And I'm not sad about it that I did not give it my 100% priority. But why the percentage of pursuing hobbies is so less in India? It's because we are conditioned and trained to consider it as a luxury after success. Do you agree to it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this meeting, I totally appreciate all the responses and thoughts that we have received. Now let's come to a point where we will do a little activity. We will first write a hobby that we want to start, restart, or maybe keep continuing. Just think about that name. You can write it on your notes app or paper or something, or in your mind. So first is think about that one thing that you want to start, restart, or keep continuing. Second is we'll treat our hobby as a project plan, just the way we treat our work. We prioritize it, we block the calendar, as Toastmaster Avni mentioned that, we don't block our calendars and give that much importance to our hobbies. So we're gonna protect it just the way we protect our work call. And we will give it a target. For example, if someone's hobby is creative writing, and if you're a beginner, then you can say the hobby is creative writing, and the project plan is maybe I'll write a blog once a week. Or if you're already doing it, you can give a better project plan. Let's say I will publish a comic book in next 3 months, something like this. When you have a goal or commitment to it, I think there is a better chance to stay committed to it. So let's do it. Write a hobby that you want to start, restart, rediscover. You can add multiple, but I would suggest stick to one. And the project plan. And keep it light if you're a beginner. Don't be too hard on yourself. And if you think you want it to be somewhere related to work, you can. But if you want to rediscover something, I think you can pick up something else apart from work, but totally your call. So shall we start? We can start from left, then online audience, and then front. Are we ready with the project plan, or should we move to the table topics first? Do you want more time to think about the project plan? Okay. So let's move to the second section of the meeting in the meantime. That is the table topic section, and it is one of the most exciting sessions. They say the best hobbies are the ones that surprise you. And today, our table topic master is going to surprise all of us. So let's give her a big round of applause. A quick intro about Toastmasters story. She's a software developer by profession. She loves exploring new things. Idea of understanding life fascinates her, and her hobby is dancing. So let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. So today's theme is hobby of clock. It really fascinates me because hobbies are something that we really enjoy. As Yuvan mentioned, hobbies gives you the different perspective and also add the different value to your personality. So over the time, I have realized that following your hobbies, it will give you the new way to escape from your life, add value to your personality, and you will broaden your horizon by following the different hobbies and just enjoy yourself. So today's table topic revolves around this. I have some hobby cards, different hobby cards. So by the end of the meeting, maybe we will all have something to think about, that we can start our new hobbies. And so let's just begin. Let me just quickly share my screen.
Click on share screen first.
Stop.
Start.
Where is it? Not happening. Yeah, 1 second.
Getting more innovative.
So let me just quickly brief what we are going to do. I will invite anyone want to participate here. You just have to select the number, and we have the different hobbies written on those flashcards, and then you have to speak for around 1 or 2 minutes. So it's a impromptu speaking session of the meeting, and you have to think on it. So any volunteers that like to come first or something? What's your name? So let's invite Toastmaster Himanshu. So any number which you would like to select from 1 to 5, or we have the other numbers also?
I would go for 3.
Okay.
Can you help me out?
We can use this laptop. Which?
Do you have the prompts?
Yeah.
Maybe you can just say the number.
Right, because
If it's not.
I don't look at
this is beyond my technical competency.
Okay. So your topic is cooking. So Toastmaster Harsh, Himanshu, your topic is the cooking.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm a bachelor and I'm living alone in Gurgaon for the past 2 years now. And trust me, ordering food on Zomato is a headache. You open the app, you scroll through multiple options. There is Chinese, there is Indian, there is a thali option as well. Now, what should a bachelor do in that case? Should I just order myself every day or should I start cooking? Well, I finally decided that I would start cooking. And it was a hectic day. Once I started cooking, my chapatis used to be so hard that I could hit a person with it. And the vegetables, chopping of the vegetables, a huge task. You start slow, then you go fast, but then you have the fear of cutting your finger. But slowly and gradually, I learned the art of cooking. I started cooking basic stuff like dal, like potato vegetables, and it got very easy for me to have a multiple cuisine ready for me easily. So, cooking, in my thought, is something which can be therapeutic as well. Because after a day's work, when I was having the headache of scrolling through the multiple options on Zomato, I had the easy option of looking through my refrigerator and figuring out this is the stuff which I could make easily. And hence, I have switched to cooking by myself and I'm having a healthy life now. So over to you, Subi. Yeah.
Any other one that you'd like to volunteer? So what's your name? Shivansh. Let's invite Shivansh on stage. Toastmaster Shivansh, your topic is reading. Reading Master Shivansh.
Reading is an interesting thing if you're a studious person or a person who can focus. I'm not one of those. I have so far managed to read around, I guess, 10, 11 novels. I read all 10 of them back in 2019 when I was supposed to read my actual course study books. It was my boards year, my JEE wala year, and I didn't do any of those things. I quit my Fitji in 10th. I very clearly said to my dad, I'm not the person who's gonna get into ITs. Don't waste your money on me. You have a younger daughter, I have a younger sister. Spend it on her. She can actually get into it. Let me go. And I didn't take commerce or humanities because I knew I couldn't clear those also. But coming to reading, if you have focus, you can actually read a lot. But if you don't read that much. I recently bought my 11th novel. I said, you know what, I want to read it. I read 120 pages in approximately 2.5 hours. That was 3 weeks ago. I am now on my 122nd page. And by the end of this month, I'm hoping I would be at least on 150th. But the way my month has been going and the way I am, 140 is also a very far possibility for me right now. So reading is a good hobby only if you can focus on it. If you're like me, can't focus, pick a different hobby, pick something where you can do more with your body and just be in a chaotic space. I think that would be all from my side. Over to you, Tulsi.
Any guest that would like to come? So let's invite Toastmaster. So your topic is creative thinking. Creative.
I think the topic is a little
Maybe
something which you have to think about creatively, and like what we're doing here and discussing over here is a part of that. So creative thinking enables you to focus uh, on the beauty aspect of the life and be more like, there are two kinds of people in life. One is an analytical brain, the other is a creative thinking brain. A creative thinking person would generally be more have a, if when you see to meet these two people, you'll see both of them have a very different way of they approach life. A creative thinking a person who thinks with creatively will have a knack for catching and observing things that are different from what you see in regular life. Like they'll be, and the way they talk about things, there'll be a very big difference in how they talk. They will speak with more emotion. You would see a person who adopts that hobby be more in line with their feelings. That's what I think. And I think that what I had.
anyone? Let's invite Ankita on this. Your topic is dancing.
All right. Hello, folks. So my name is Ankita. Dancing. So what is dancing? Any thoughts?
What British are doing? Yeah, the disco.
Feeling yourself?
Being uninhibited.
Being free? Anybody else?
Uninhibited, yeah. Being uninhibited.
So at least in my life so far, I have seen so many dancers, from Michael Jackson, who definitely has a very different form of dancing, to someone who is literally doing Bharatnatyam. So what is then dancing? Clearly, it's not a form or a structure that we can say this person is dancing and that person is not. Dancing for me is just moving your body so that your inner self and your outer self is in the flow and you feel the joy. And the way you do it, the other person, the people who are actually seeing you, also gets in sync with your inner self. So for me, that is the dancing, the sync of the inner world to the outer world.
Apni, you would like to?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, so your topic is painting. Spotlight of hello. Just a second, Hamni, we are spotlighting you. Okay. Let's give a huge round of applause for it.
I was in class third. I entered the best period I was actually looking forward to when I was in class third was art, the art class. Now, I'm sure most of you, the first painting that you must have done would be of a landscape with mountains, with a river flowing down the mountains, a small hut, and birds flying by. Do you all remember that classic landscape painting that I'm talking about? I always used to feel that that hut that I used to make in that painting, someday I would live there and just enjoy my life. And I thought life was pretty simple. That is how I imagined my life to be when I grow up. Cut to today, I remember the rosy picture that I painted is somewhere close to in my dreams or my retirement house. But then today the painting is vivid. It has different shades to it. If I right now go on a trip, me and my husband, we together always want to visit a music probably an exhibition of paintings. And not because we do not have more options, just because we want to admire the different visuals and the perceptions of people of how they look and visualize the world, just like what I did when I was a kid. Think for me, painting is when I always want to go back to when I have no clarity of thoughts. And as I just mentioned, the adulthood has got me back to paint those coloring books. Those are my go-tos whenever I feel that the time is there, when I just want to just relax and go back to what I wanted to do initially. So let's just think of a painting or any hobby that we really want to go back. It is actually an expression of what we want the life to be. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Stuti.
Do you want to participate? Yes. So please welcome Toastmaster Radha. Your topic is swimming.
Oh, I love it. Yes. I think swimming, this is the best topic that I can get. Since childhood, I loved swimming. I think in some another multiverse, I would have been a fish. So I talk about how I learned swimming. My parents, so we were a member of the some club in my hometown, and there was a very big swimming pool. They used to just throw me in the pool, and with the tube around me, I used to just chill, hang out, see the people doing things, all that. But one day, so the years happened. I think I was in first standard, second standard, third standard. I never learned swimming. I used to just chill in the swimming pool and enjoy my time. So one day, what happened? One of my friends joined me, and within the same group, in a week, he learned swimming, and I was like, "Whoa, this guy learned swimming!" And I'm coming for years. I never tried to learn swimming, and just chilling like a dumb person. But then, from then onwards, something clicked me. I just threw away that what is called that pool, that tube, and started struggling in the pool. And within 2 3 days, and I think within 2 3 days, I was able to swim. I was able to jump from the cliff, not cliff, the diving board. Since then, yeah, I just love being underwater, above water, playing in the water. Yeah. Thank you.
So I have got the multiple ideas to pursue. As what I've realized is you don't need to be proficient at your hobbies. You just need to find out something that you are good at. And once you will start pursuing those hobbies, automatically you will be good at or enjoy. So with this, I would like to hand over the stage to the decode of the day, Master Rashmi.
Thank you, Toastmasters Stuti, for such an engaging and fun session. Now let's wrap up the theme, and I will ask few members to share their hobby and project plan, and then we'll conclude today's meeting. So who wants to start first? Yes, Arun.
So hobby that I used to follow, but I don't think swimming. I learned swimming when I was in school. There was a swimming pool that opened for the 6 months in my town near to my home. And then I just stopped doing it for some reason because of class 12, career, etc. Now there is a swimming pool which is open 12 months of the year, and I have two friends who also enjoy swimming. Now I'm trying to make sure that I go for a swim every Sunday with them. So that is my plan.
Okay, so every Sunday you want to swim.
Yeah.
So let's keep it short. Let's keep the hobby name and just in one sentence we'll tell our project plan. Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
So recently I got into running, so that is the plan that I at least do 5 runs a week. I've been finding it very tough right now, but that's the project plan. The hobby is running and the project plan is at least 5 times a week.
5 times a week. You?
See me, Riyaz is the project plan, and that is vocal practice as regular as it can be.
That's nice. Anybody else?
It's trekking. I've recently done a trek January in Bhutan where I realized I've forgotten my love for trekking. So I want to pursue at least one trek every 4 months, be it a small trek or a difficult trek, doesn't matter.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Past couple of few months, I've been fascinated by mental or mind reading. So
Mind reading.
I want to try it as so I want to see how it's done. So basically, I would like to find a coach or a person who could guide me in that. I would look for that.
That's amazing. See, that's the beauty of being a part of a community. We get so many ideas. So whoever wants to experience multiple hobbies, we have so many ideas. Mind reading, trekking. What about you? Apart from romance.
We're swimming 9 to 10 p.m.
9 to 10 p.m. That's nice. Okay, Avni, do you want to share?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually want to start calligraphy. I want to learn it again, and I've actually narrowed down to a coach also, who conducts classes online. So I'm really looking forward to actually plan and do it this time. Thank you for this team to remind us that we have to go back.
Fantastic. I wish you all the very best for that. And my hobby is also swimming. I'm at a beginner or intermediate level, so I want to start small. The project plan for me is I will try to swim 5 kilometers every week. So that's it. So let's give ourselves a big round of applause. With that, let's conclude the meeting. I encourage everyone to define and create your hobby o'clock. And let's invite Toastmaster Kashish to the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. So now we are moving to the evaluation part, and I believe this is the best session of the teamwork meeting because this is where the real learning happens. We'll first start with the speech.
Sorry, I cannot hear you, Toastmaster Kashish.
Am I audible now?
A second.
Why is not working?
Just give me a sec.
Avni, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can now.
Audible?
Now it is good.
There is just some echo. Rest you're audible.
This is all.
Yes.
This is all right. Not.
Try not.
It's muted.
Unmute that one.
This is muted. It's muted. It's good for screen. Yes, we are. Take my time. It's the go there. It will be full screen. No, it's gone.
I hope I'm getting.
Mute that one.
Oh, this is already good. Yes, I'm not.
Can you try once?
Is it a net problem?
Your video is clear now.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you so much for the information.
So first, we'll be having the speech evaluation. For the first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Harsh, I would like to invite Toastmaster Avni to provide her valuable feedback. Over to you, Toastmaster Avni.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kashish. Toastmaster Harsh, when I first heard the title of your speech, Stranger Things, I was expecting something mysterious, maybe even supernatural. But Harsh, within seconds, you completely shifted the mood of the room. What began as a simple story turned into a humorous, relatable, and surprisingly meaningful journey through human connection. I love the way you started your speech coming from the left side, from the right hand side. It was really good. You hooked it there. Your greatest strength today, I must say, is your storytelling. You didn't just tell us about your experiences, you made us travel with you. From the solo trip anecdotes to that awkward bus moment where you were late and felt every stranger silently judging you, I think every scene felt vivid and real. Your sarcastic punches landed naturally because they came from honest observation, and that authenticity made the audience laugh effortlessly. So thank you for sharing that experience and getting us on that journey as well with you. I really also want to appreciate your stage presence, your vocal variety, expressions, and that confidence that you've got, which kept us engaged throughout. You look comfortable on the stage right from the beginning. And when a speaker enjoys their own story, I believe the audience enjoys that too. So kudos to you for that. That is a pure reflection of the joy that you had in your own story. What impressed me the most was how the speech evolved. At first, it felt like a collection of funny encounters, but gradually it unfolded into something deeper, a reflection on how strangers shape our lives. The transition through different phases, school, college, and adulthood, gave that speech structure and that emotional layering. And then came your takeaway, which truly elevated the speech. For me, it was a showstopper. You reminded us with a call to action that whenever we walk into the room next time, instead of being anxious and guarded, we should pause, take a deep breath, and remain open to people around us. Because the stranger sitting next to us today may someday become a close friend, a mentor, a business partner, or even the love of your life. And I hope, Toastmaster Harsh, you also find the love of your life in a stranger soon, if not so already. So, in many ways, your speech showed us that building human connection is not just luck, it's a pursuit of openness, warmth, and courage to start that conversations with people we do not know yet. I want to offer you a few suggestions, three of them to begin with. First, be more dramatic in storytelling. You already have excellent content, great humor. For example, in the bus scene, you could actually imitate yourself rushing into the bus with your backpack, slightly breathless and being awkward in front of others and sitting in your seat quietly. So that kind of enactment make the audience not just hear the story, but actually see and laugh through it. Second, a better stage presence more intentionally. You started strong, but I think after that, you were on that one place only. So move around freely. You have great content, great punches. Just use the stage like you own it. And finally, pauses. Some of your strongest punchlines and deepest reflections deserve that breathing space. So a pause will really work with you. So overall, Harsh, this was not just a humorous speech. It was a relatable reminder of openness, communication, and possibility of human connection. And perhaps the real message of your speech was that every meaningful relationship in our life was once a conversation waiting to happen. Congratulations, Toastmaster Harsh. Great speech. Kudos to you. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Kashish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhi, for the welcome. Clearly audible to you?
Yeah, inaudible.
Avni is on mute.
Okay, but we can start.
Okay, sure. Now, let's move on to the second evaluation of the second speaker, TM Dhare. I would like to invite TM Anil on the stage. Over to you, TM.
So again, let's give a big round of applause to the ice-breaking speech. So please. So that, like from my side, I would like to say the way you started your speech, that was with the question, right? So that hanged everyone into your speech. So that was very good part. Then you narrated your stories from your hobbies, and then you turn your stories when you came back to your college, right? So then after coming, you mentioned few problems and you provided the solution as well. So what I found in your entire story, you were very engaging and you were going through your story. Like first you enjoyed, then your life turned to some boredomness, and then you find some solutions to overcome that boredomness, right? So that was great. A few recommendations from my side, I would say, like when you came back to the college, or even when you find the solution, your entire speech was like a monotonous. In entire speech, you were very confident, calm, but nowhere I saw any use of your physical body or any movement over the stage or any change of the tone. There were many instances which I feel which you could have elevated your speech by adding some activities. Like when you were bored in your college time, you started yoga. So maybe you could have added some activities by showing some yoga, or maybe when you were enjoying your trip, your trekking, that time you could have done some activities, right? Also, somewhere I was feeling lack of emotions. What is I felt when you were enjoying your trip, some kind of emotions should have come out. When you were getting bored, some kind of emotions, monotonous, should have been shown by you, by your face and by your body language, right? That was completely missing. And last, again, this entire stage was empty. So only these two things, if you would have added into your speech, it could have elevated to the next level. Overall, I didn't feel it is your first speech, right? You were very confident, calm, your pauses were excellent. So yeah, and all the very best for your coming journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. Now moving to the evaluation of third speaker, I invite Toastmaster Darshan to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, for inviting me on the stage. A big round of applause for the speaker to completing the level 1 of the pathway persuasive influence. Can we have a big round of applause for the speaker? Members and dear guests, the speech, it was not a speech. It was a stupendous speech. The dialogue delivery. I think how many dialogue deliveries have I heard in Toastmasters? 1, 2, 3, just one. This was the first time ever I was listening to a dialogue delivery in Toastmasters arena. Wow. The speech was reverberated around scintillating, couch holding, a stupendously curated dialogue delivery. Wow. A father is there, a son is there, a female partner is there, about to be female partner. And a witty waiter is also there. Moving in the speech, I was able to hear the words with a clear voice. The speech was about the voice clarity, the vocal variety, the body language, and the confidence.
The single word that I was able to hear was absolutely picture perfect. It was getting into my ears. I think you were also able to hear the words, right? The clarity, regarding the clarity of speech, the speaker was that did really well. The hand gestures in the body language. I think the speaker was in the strike zone in the body language. When to stand, when to sit, when to speak, when to move aside. The stage area, we have very less stage area here, but the speaker used it to the perfection, to the great level. Kudos to speaker on that. Members awareness. This is a very important point. The members were hooked to the speech. Now, and next. What is happening next? What will he speak next? Every movement, every act of speaker was above the par and was greatly created my expectations. So wonderful job, well done that. The things where speaker could have elevated the speech and could have can use these things in the upcoming speeches. Speech demeanor. This is the highly important point. Hindi words are not allowed, guys, in Toastmaster meeting. But if you are speaking any other language other than English, you have to translate that into the English because it's a professional language, it's a word international language. So you have to convert or translate that into English language. And there are a plethora of words or sentences of Hindi, and I think the speaker should take this into consideration. Regarding the vocal variety thing, the pitch was absolutely perfect. The speaker knew when to speak at the higher pitch, when to lower down the voice, when to be the low fi, when to be the high fi. But there were the moments where I thought when speaker was sitting, speaker missed when to say no. Because when I saw when speaker was sitting on the seat, he was into the two minds, whether to speak now or while sitting. So to take care when you're sitting comfortably, take a pause for 5 seconds and then speak because you're in an act. You're not dialogue act. When you're standing, take a pause, another 5 seconds. Give a pause. Don't be in a hurry. The energy gravity. I think that was a tremendous speech. The speaker was fully confident with the words. And regarding the voice modulation, this was the highness point. It was a perfectly modulated speech where the words were getting in that sinusoidal waveform. When it was coming out like a father. Who's that girl? And then son, when he was muttering that Maui, ya Maui. I was getting into that Three Idiots on where Suhas was there. Remember Suhas from Three Idiots? That was really wonderful moment. The kudos to the speaker on that. Overall, I believe the comfort level and the confidence of the speaker was above the par. One takeaway, which is for me and for the you guys as well, is that speaker mentioned about moving on in life and less figuring out. A week ago, I fell from bike. It was a very brutal accident that happened, but I got saved. Nothing had happened, and I'm standing here in front of you. But the thoughts were really coming to mind about a week ago that what could have happened, something different. But yeah, I don't have to figure it out what happened that day. I'm saved, now move on. And this is what you have to understand. And kudos to speaker for giving us this good phrase. And all the best to speaker for upcoming speeches, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. And now we'll move to the TAC team to provide their detailed evaluation. First, I would like to invite TM Karthike to provide its report on account.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. So good news. No one was there in the learner category. Can we have an applause for all of us? There was no one in the learner category. Learner category means more than 10 filler words. Bad news. There was no one who did not use any filler words. But I have to appreciate someone, Toastmaster Avni, during her evaluation did not use any filler words. So kudos to Toastmaster Avni. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? So the people in the pro category, that is the people who use 0 to 5 filler words, were Himanshu. I'm sorry if I confuse between Toastmaster and guest, so I'll call everyone as Toastmaster. Toastmaster Himanshu, Toastmaster Shivansh, Toastmaster Ankita, Toastmaster Avni, Toastmaster Radha, Toastmaster Dharya, and I'd say Toastmaster Vibhanshu. So they were all in the pro category, and in the semi-pro category, that is the people who use 5 to 10 filler words. We had Toastmaster Yudhan, we had Toastmaster Harsh, Toastmaster Pritish, and Toastmaster Darshan, just by one or two filler words, and also Toastmaster Veera. Okay, the favorite filler word of everyone here is and if I would like to keep myself in a category, I myself would be semi-pro, if not learner category. So I would be the worst at using filler words. Right. So how can we improve our filler words or reduce our filler words? A few suggestions from my side. First of all, practice. Practice as much as you can. Practice your role. You know what your role is on the day. Even if it is table topics, there is a way to practice table topics. Table topics are available online. So practice as much as you can. Take a pause. That's the second one. Third is don't transliterate. We usually think of concepts in our native language and then translate them. So this will also come with practice. Use tongue twisters. Like in English, I can say there's that one, Betty bought a bit of butter or something like that. And in Hindi also, there are a few tongue twisters. I'll tell you after the meeting. Otherwise, I'll be, by the grammarian, I'll be fine. Pace it down. Break your speech and pace it low so that you tend to use less filler words. And evaluators, this is specifically for evaluators, you can use a notebook. Using the notebook is the best. Using nothing sometimes can affect use of filler words, and using the phone can also affect use of filler words. But yeah, all in all, I guess a great I'm using filler words now. Great club, and yeah, I'm sure you'll get better with the use of these suggestions. Thank you so much. Back to Sunil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthikeya, for a detailed report and guidelines to improve. Now I'll move to the timers report. For that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Vivanshu over the stage.
I'm Toastmaster. So first of all, a huge round of applause to everyone. And I'm back again with my detailed report. So for prepared speech, Toastmaster Harsh, he took 7 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Dharya, he took 4 minutes 38 seconds. Toastmaster Pritish, he took 10 minutes and 29 seconds. For table topics, we had Toastmaster Himanshu, he took 1 minute and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Shivansh, he took 1 minute and 51 seconds. Guest Yudhan, he took 1 minute and 13 seconds. Toastmaster Ankita, she took 1 minute and 5 seconds. Toastmaster Avni, she took 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Guest Raghav, he took 1 minute and 21 seconds. For speech evaluation, Toastmaster Avni, she took 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Toastmaster Anil, he took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Toastmaster Darshan, he took 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So overall, we took a little bit more time in speech evaluation and also a little bit for prepared speech. Rest everything was fine, and I would like to over to you to first question.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivanshu. And now it is the principal time to share the report. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'll now hand over stage to the grammarian, Toastmaster Veera.
I would like to thank all the Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, for coming out of their discomfort zone. So first, I would like to say almost all the persons are from semi-pro to pro level. So no, I think in my opinion, there is no learners category. So and also I observed that almost all of them are using the common words, which is there is no complex words has been used by anyone. So that is good thing. And I would like to say the word of the day is a pursuit. It has been used by Avni, Toastmaster Avni, and Toastmaster Rashmi, and Toastmaster Stuti. And I would like to say some of the words used by Harsh. I would like to say bombardment, solitude, go to buddy, and Saturday's family. These are the good words I found it. And in short, he told one sentence: embrace strangers. So that was good. And Darya, Mr. Darya, it's a rappel, frabbling, adrenaline, And these are the things used by you. That is good, actually. And in short, you told about nothing changes and nothing changes. I forgot, I missed out by writing. That was good. And that's all, I think. And to improve our vocabulary, I don't think I'm in the right position to suggest you. You ask, you all are in a pro category. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veera. And now the evaluation of the meeting. And first and the foremost thing to address is that we have this time there was very less last minute cancellation. I really appreciate it. And kudos to TM Anil and Darshan for taking the role instead when the members are not available. And I am sure we all face this dilemma in the morning that whether we should go or not, but you are making to it. For that, a huge round of applause to everyone. Secondly, if I speak about the meeting, I have very much to say, but in the interest of time, I'll keep it short. Starting with the SAR role, this is your first time. You played your role very well. Kudos to you, laying out all the rules and regulations. And then moving to the presiding officer, it is always a privilege to have you here, sir. And then you always play the role very gracefully. And what can I say about the team audit? It was you kept the meeting very engaging, and it was like there was constructive feedback, constructive participation from all the members. You kept it very engaging and productive for us. And then moving to the speech part, it was personally a roller coaster ride for me, emotional wise. First, Harsh came. He shared his humorous story. Then Jare with his speech, we all moved. Then, of course, Mr. Pratish, we all cracked up with from his speech. It was much awaited and was worthwhile waiting. And then I would say not much to add on, give the feedback, but one thing I noticed is that we tend to use our phone in between the meeting. Maybe we are checking on our girlfriend if they got any thakur or thukarai. So I would suggest not use it for until and unless it is very urgent. And overall, I would say it was very engaging meeting, a very successful meeting. For all the meetings that I've joined, 4 to 5, maybe this is the best meeting I have been. And I would want everyone to pat themselves in the shoulder to make this meeting such a success. Thank you so much. And now I hand over the stage to presiding officer, Toastmaster.
I want to highlight one thing, that this week our roles were filled in no time, and this was only possible because of Toastmaster Kashish. Toastmaster Kashish.
Have we rolled out the
Yes, that's done. Yeah, so I was saying it was because of you that all the roles were filled in no time, and we are so grateful for you for that.
How many sponsors this so far?
0 responses.
What?
Yeah, mandatory Kabir.
I don't think that it's.
I have to also. In the meantime, you can have his feedback.
If I was thinking taking in person because already we are talking. Okay, we can go collective. So guys, so can we have guest feedback? Just 1 minute feedback. We can start from you. You can give it from there itself.
Yeah. So I this was the second meeting I attended with this club. Really enjoyed it. Everyone was amazing. I'm sure I'll be taking few takeaways from this meeting, whatever the feedback for the speakers were from there. So yeah, looking forward to coming to the next meeting again and become a Toastmaster member.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hearing such nice words. You can, yes, sir.
Really enjoyed the meeting. It was good to be back in a Toastmaster setting. Really enjoyed the flow and the people, and especially enjoyed Pritish's speech. That was something that I hadn't seen much of, where that was really fun. And yeah, I look forward to joining in sometime.
Yeah, thank you. So,
I am not a guest.
You're not guest. Okay. I'm coming after a long time, so I'm getting a
He's also
How are your experience different from last time? I know you are coming from last 2-3 weeks. How it was
Yeah,
different?
so last week was my first week, and I think this week was pretty great as well.
Okay.
And I've been loving coming here. So all in all, it's a good experience. And if I compare it to last week, I think last week there was less humor. This today was filled with humor and laughter.
Because of Pritish.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was very good.
Thank you so much. So I'll just take a moment before we conclude our meeting. So I would like to appreciate everyone, all the role players, speakers, guests, and all the evaluators. Definitely your active participation make this meeting more insightful, energetic, and something takeaways for each one of us. And for guests especially, I sincerely believe and hope you have enjoyed this meeting thoroughly, and it was a good experience for all of you. So we are looking forward your active participation in the next week as well. Don't consider it just a club; it's a community where we target one thing at a time. Now we can share the results. We have some who's going. Yeah.
Responses. I just need 2 minutes. It's asking me to upgrade to premium. Comment they are selling. Can you share access to our email ID? Can you share the email ID with me?
Yeah, I'm sharing mine.
You can have a group photo in the meantime.
Just wait. Even I have to fill it. I was there.
Here I've shared my email ID.
Just need a second.
Yes, I have submitted. So
We can talk about the triple crown award. If anyone is interested, the bunch can share that. Triple crown.
yeah, Suanshu, would you like to share some details on the triple crown?
So yeah, soon I'm going to complete my level 3 and Toastmasters. Like in 1 year, if you like complete 3 levels, you are like triple crown holder. So it is going to happen in next week. So when I joined Toastmasters, to be honest, it took me 3 months to give just one speech. For initial 3 months, I didn't even give one speech. Then I saw new faces like Harsh, Anil. So I thought like I'm not taking action, and I started taking action. And to be honest, now I'm gonna complete level 3. Even I'm not believing on that. And back to back, I'm giving speeches and all. I'm taking roles. So this has happened. So like people who are just looking to join Toastmasters, it is one of the best opportunity to grow in life. And because like we are getting supportive environment, I see people around me who are supporting me. So that's how we learn and grow. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. So I think Toastmaster Darshan, you are triple crown. Can we have a word from you as well?
Thank you so much. It is a wonderful award, but I do believe just not to take that pen, you have to learn to understand that you have to focus on speeches rather than get the wisdom out from Toastmaster things and not to look after the big laurels. This is the end part. This is the end thing, like contest and all the awards that you get in the meeting as well. But the most important thing is to get the real value of Toastmaster, not to focus on the cosmetics. These are the cosmetics that I believe it's my own thinking and what I've heard and understood from the big people from Toastmasters. But yes, get the wisdom first, and the awards will follow you.
Yes, thank you. So the interpretation is focus on the journey, not the destination. You will definitely reach the destination. So do we have the results now?
Yes. Finally.
Yeah. Okay.
It is showing on your device.
Yes.
And share. You can give the phone.
If you are comfortable. Can
Yeah,
you
please.
Okay. The first is best role player. Okay. Okay. The best auxiliary role player. Any guesses, guys? Here.
Karthikeyan.
You have come here. I think it's yes. Okay, got it. Yes, you are right. That was right. Karthik, can you come?
Thank you so much.
Can someone please?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Best prepared speech.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough call, really. I agree with this. Any guesses still?
Maybe a time.
Harsh, anyone? It's none than Toastmaster Harsh. Was very flattering. Thank you. Best speech evaluator. Again, the tough one, I would say. Here. Any guesses? Avni is online? Yes, he's still online. Yes, it's Toastmaster Avni.
Thank you.
Wait, enough. We'll take the pic some other time. Best table topic speaker.
That's also a tough one. Ankita, Himanshu.
It's again Toastmaster Avni only.
Thank you.
Light and shake. We can take a screenshot.
And best role player, it's between the T-Mod, GE and TTM.
Again, a tough one.
T-Mod. Any other? It's our actual presiding officer, Toastmaster.
Avni, let's have a picture with you.
Okay.
Oh. No, we can spotlight this one as well. Remove spotlight. Now we can show this. We can take the screenshot or we can take the photo.
Okay, I'll. Okay.
One phone.
Thank you.
We can have a group photo. Group photo. Yes. Thank you, everyone. We can have can be outside. We'll take the user fee. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. Ready? As well?
Yeah. Actually, we have to end the meeting from there to end the live.